Some photos don't just capture a moment, they whisper secrets from a world that no longer exists. These aren't your typical historical snapshots. They're rare, unfiltered, and often unsettling. Images buried in forgotten archives, lost albums, or captured by chance. Each one holding a story waiting to be seen. From eerie coincidences to moments that feel like fiction, these photos challenge what we think we know. Look closely. The truth hides in the details. My name is AJ, and welcome to the rare photos of all time. Grab a drink, settle in, and let's get right into it. Lunch atop a skyscraper immortalizes 11 ironworkers perched on a beam high above Manhattan in 1932. The iconic lunch atop a skyscraper photograph's true photographer remains unidentified, despite initial misattribution to Louis Hine. Albert Einstein's papers, pipe, ashtray, and other personal belongings in his Princeton office. The photo was taken right after announcing his death, April 18, 1955. Man standing outside of his quilt and cushion shop in Old Cairo. The City of the Dead necropolis in southeastern Cairo, 1900. In 1900, a tree stood partially submerged near the pyramids as the Nile's banks overflowed. In 1900, the Cairo donkey market was a bustling hub where donkeys, essential for transport and labor in daily Egyptian life, were bought and sold. British MPs walk onto an airship gangplank in Cardington, England in the 1920s. Cobalt bomb treatment of a patient at a Paris clinic, 1959. This is how an ambulance looks like in the United States back in 1911. In the 1850s, French neurologist Guillaume Benjamin Armand Duchenne used electrical probes to stimulate a subject's facial muscles, creating specific expressions for electrophysiology experiments. Italian inventor Davide Cislaghi tested his unique single-wheel engine in 1933. Introduced in Paris in 1932, the cyclomer, an amphibious bicycle, never gained popularity. In 1922, a Washington, D.C. beach policeman enforced swimsuit length regulations by measuring a woman's knee to swimsuit distance. Cyclists smoked cigarettes while competing in the 1927 Tour de France. On May 28, 1957, NATO observers witnessed the detonation of Operation Plum Bob Boltzmann. This image shows a kindergarten classroom left in ruins after the 1986 Chernobyl disaster. The elephant's foot of Chernobyl is a highly radioactive, solidified mass of molten reactor materials formed during the 1986 disaster. From the Manhattan Bridge pedestrian walkway, David Monderer captured this image at approximately 8:30 a.m. on September 11, 2001, just 16 minutes before a plane struck the North Tower of the World Trade Center. Windows on the World, a restaurant complex atop the World Trade Center's North Tower, 1976. (1928) London bus. A 1930 photograph depicts individuals seeking employment during the Great Depression. A chimp holding a newspaper after his successful spaceflight, 1961. On March 31st, 2025, two sculptures are positioned near the entrance of Incheon International Airport in Incheon, South Korea. In Vatican City, 133 cardinal electors prayed before the conclave that elected the 267th Pope, Robert Prevost, ending the Vatican's historical opposition to a U.S. pontiff. In Gorky-Leninsky, Russia, members of the All-Russia National Military Patriotic Social Movement competed in the 7th Military Patriotic Games, Unarmia Forward, celebrating Russia's Victory Day. Barack Obama testing virtual reality goggles during his tour of the Hanover Messe, the world's largest industrial technology trade fair in Hanover, Germany. A Gambian pouched rat in Siem Reap, Cambodia, being trained by the Cambodian Mine Action Center to detect landmines, a pervasive issue after decades of civil war. Police officers rest in Hong Kong as tens of thousands of pro-democracy demonstrators have brought parts of central Hong Kong to a standstill. Student activists performed a die-in as part of a nationwide protest, demanding justice for Michael Brown, who was fatally shot by police officer Darren Wilson in August. A masked Burundian protester confronting soldiers before a burning barricade during an anti-government demonstration in Bujumbura against President Pierre Nkurunziza's bid for a third term. Birds' nests decorate a saguaro cactus in Tucson, Arizona. A man in Karachi, Pakistan, applying makeup to his pet monkey before it performs street tricks for money. Monkeys enjoying a buffet of fruits, vegetables, and drinks at the Phra Prang Samyad Temple in Lopburi, Thailand, an annual festival aimed at promoting tourism and thanking the monkeys for attracting visitors. A television transmission tower emerging from a thick cloud of fog atop Tubes Mountain in Pécs, Hungary. A lenticular cloud, a lens-shaped meteorological phenomenon forming over the volcanic peaks of Russia's Kamchatka Peninsula. Solar-powered lights illuminating the Hernley Ridge of the Matterhorn in Zermatt, Switzerland, including a red light marking the spot of a fatal fall from the first ascent 150 years prior. Rime ice covering rocks on Mount Washington's summit in New Hampshire, USA, a phenomenon that occurs when freezing fog encounters stationary objects. A rare moment in Marana, Arizona, photographing a bolt of lightning striking the ground in front of a rainbow. The Villarrica volcano at night towering over Pucón, Chile. The ongoing construction of a 500-meter aperture telescope in Pingtang, China, which is set to become the world's largest upon its completion. At a Shanghai auto show on April 24, 2025, a vlogger dressed as a humanoid robot posed for attendees. A humanoid robot and its engineers are set to compete in a half marathon in Beijing in April 2025. A couple watched the launch of the Apollo 8 spacecraft in 1968. If even a single image here made you pause, imagine what else is still out there, waiting to be uncovered. History hides its strangest moments in plain sight, and we're just getting started. So if you want more forgotten snapshots, unseen truths, and stories behind the strangest photos ever taken, hit subscribe, turn on notifications, and join us next time as we uncover the images the world was never meant to remember. Again, this is AJ from Rare Photos of All Time. Thanks for watching and see you in the next one.